Hello, my name is Tim B. Green, and this is Crush It Club, episode 16, to Learning Mastery Techniques. So this is inspired by the fact that I did this today and realized most people probably don't know about this. So the way to learn something deeply and efficiently is to learn it using what they call deep level processing. So you don't just read it and say, okay, I studied. You take that information and you do something with it. You organize it, you rewrite it, you say it out loud, and then you check your correctness, something like that, right? So this is what I call swimming in it, right? So you're just making use of your knowledge. You're interacting with it instead of just being passively consuming it like watching TV. So this is basically the yellow brick road to faster learning and superior retention and remembering. I tell my students very often, understand, don't memorize. And the difference this makes for them is remarkable and very obvious. Okay, so to swim in it is to do something that is effortful to you and meaningful to you. So it has to be Goldilocks challenging, right? Hard, but not so hard you can't do it. And it has to be meaningful. So if you're applying it to a personal situation, or you can imagine applying that information, that knowledge to a personal situation, that will help you remember it much, much better. By doing it actively, you're going to understand it better. So for today, what I did is I marked a timeline of an instructional video that my teacher was teaching me about web pages and how to do the DNS stuff and all that, which I don't really know that well. Okay, so what I did is I made reading distracts me from doing this. So I made this timeline with meaningful tags. So I know when I look back what it is. So by doing that, I'm not just taking the information, I'm organizing it, I'm thinking about it, and I'm reusing what it said. So if you create something like that, and in particular, I created it into a checklist, which is highly effective, especially for an ADHD guy. It is for everybody. If you don't believe me, check out Atula Gawande's The Checklist Manifesto. He's a surgeon. They use checklists to increase safety for patients. Pilots use checklists. Checklists, good. Okay, so the other thing you can do is do something active with your learning. And this is kind of an extension, but not really. So instead of just doing a checklist, I could actually go through, pause the video, do the thing, pause the video, do the thing, pause the video, do the thing that it says. That's actively using it. Now, if you can't do that, you can go through that mentally, whether it's visualization or not, but not the outcome, the process. Visualize step by step by step what you do. So do it for practice if you can't do it for real, but real is always better. Now, the second one is what I call production flashcards. And this is based on a book called Make It Stick by Peter C. Brown et al. And the gist is this: when you do a flashcard, which you should make yourself, this is digital flashcards, by the way, you don't have to worry about using paper. You put something on the front, like the vocabulary, the thing that you want to remember, and on the back is the definition or the answer, right? So you could put the front half of something on one side and then the back half of something on the other, like a sentence. So like the two techniques for learning mastery would be on the front, and then on the back it would say swimming in it, swimming in the knowledge by using it. 2, using production flashcards, but I don't check the back. I say that out loud, and if I can say it, great. Then I check the back to verify my knowledge. If I say swimming in it and cookies, and I look at the back and go, oh, swimming in it and using production flashcards. Whether I get it right or not, if I try first, and then, and only then, that's production of the knowledge, not recognition. If you flip it over right away, you go, oh, I knew that. No, you didn't. You recognized it. You look at it, you produce the knowledge, you answer the question to the best of your ability. Succeed or fail, you flip it over immediately and you check your answer, regardless of whether you were correct or not, by checking the answer immediately. Following research in this book that they talked about shows that you will remember the correct answer more. Just looking at the back quickly does nothing or very little. Repeating the information is useless if you're not trying to produce the information. That is the effortful recall and understanding of that information. Now, some tricks to make this even better is to do it daily. By doing it daily, you actually spend less time because it's like, oh, it's bop, 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 bop. You know it right away because you're doing it daily, and you have to do it less and less and less. And in fact, less and less frequently as it becomes entrenched and more deeply encoded in your brain through neuroplasticity, that is new connections, and myelinations, that's insulation around the axons of the neurons that make them conduct faster, and effortful practice is what produces that myelinization. Okay, so let's see. The other thing you can do, so for making these flashcards, what I would recommend is a program, an app called Quizlet, because it's intuitive and simple and free, and you can get it on your phone for either Android or iPhone. So another way to sort of double dip is to make your own deck, which is what you should be doing anyway. So the making your own deck would be a version of swimming in it, interacting with that information. And then now that it's a deck, you can use the deck to use them as the production flashcard practice that I just described, right? Here's the rule. If you can't apply it, if you can't teach it to somebody, you don't yet understand it. So when you say you know something, I do this all the time with my students. Is, yeah, do you understand? Yeah, okay. Oh, please make a sentence, or please give me an example of when you heard that. And they go, what? It was like, well, you said you understood it. And now they're forced to admit that they don't understand it, because if they did, they could say, oh, I heard that Tim, our teacher, is crazy. And everybody in the class would laugh and we'd have fun, but it would be correct. And I'd be, excellent, that's correct. You used it correctly. So knowing it, understanding it can only be proven by applying the knowledge or teaching it to somebody else in a way that they understand and can also do the same thing. So there was a TED talk by Noriko Arai, which really demonstrates this. So she's a computer scientist, and the TED talk was called Can a Robot Pass a University Entrance Exam? And this is what she said. This supports the same idea of me talking about understand, don't memorize. She says, we humans can understand the meaning. That's something which is very, very lacking in AI. But most of the students just pack knowledge without understanding the meaning of the knowledge. So that is not knowledge. That is just memorizing. And AI can do the same thing. In fact, it can do it far better than we can. So we have to think about a new type of education. So then Chris Anderson, the person you see interviewing people on TED Talks all the time, says, a shift from knowledge, rote knowledge, to meaning. And she's like, yes, that's exactly what I mean. So that's it. If you take some information, you really want to learn it, swim in it, especially the next day after learning it, swim in it, apply it in some way, organize it, sing a song about it, stick it on a flashcard, and then start the flashcards by production, and then check. Look, try, check. Okay, that's it for episode 16, 2 learning mastery techniques. My name is Tim B. Green. Bye for now.